Hello everybody and welcome back to another quick tip. This week we're going to talk a little bit about creating some textured text in After Effects. So what I'm going to do to start off is I'm going to go up here to New Project, select New Composition. I'm going to set this as a 1920 by 1080 piece with a white background color and say OK. I want to add some type to my piece, so I'm going to go up to my text tool, click on the screen, and type out text. And I think I'm going to make this all caps so it'll be bigger. With this, I can change the font, I can change the color. I'm going to use something big and beefy though, so we can see what we're doing here. And I'm just going to make this pretty large so we can fit it on the screen. If I need to move it around, I can grab my selection tool, bring it down, scale it up some more, maybe bring it over, get it just in the right place. Then what I want to do is add some texture to this piece. Now, to add texture to this piece, we need a photo to work from. And I have here in Photoshop a stock photo that I pulled from Adobe stock of some newspaper texture, and that's what I want to use today. So I'm going to go back to After Effects. I'm going to go to File, Import, File, Control-I or Command-I if you're on a Mac. I'm going to select my texture, stock photo, and import that. And then I'm going to drag that down onto my timeline. Right now that's covering my type, but that's okay. That doesn't matter. What I want to do is go back to that text layer, make sure that text layer is selected. I want to come over here to Effects and Presets, and then type in Texturize. Here we have Texturize. I can click on that and drag that down to my type layer. And now if I hide this texture, you can see nothing's happening. The reason why is we need to define where that texture is coming from. So if I go back up here to the top, I still have Texturize selected, and I can come to where it says None. I'm going to choose the Adobe stock photo. And when I do that, it adds the texture to my text. I can increase the contrast to make the texture stand out more, or I can push this further. So if I wanted this to be very textured, I can go back into Photoshop, go to Image, Adjustments, Brightness Contrast. I'm going to turn the brightness down and the contrast up. The higher the contrast of your image, the more defined your texture will be. I'm going to do a File, Save As, and I'm just going to save this as Contrast. You can name it whatever you like. Go back to After Effects. Same trick before, File, Import File or Control-I/Command-I. Select Contrast, Import. Drag that down onto my timeline. Hide it again with the eyeball. Go back to my text layer. Come up here to Effect Controls. This time, we're going to select Contrast, and now you can see there's more texture here. So this is a pretty handy trick if you're not quite getting what you're looking for in After Effects. Now with this text we can do a number of things. We could animate it, we can move it around, we can have it dance across the screen if we wanted to, but that's going to have to wait for another time because that's the end of this quick tip. Hope to see you again next week, and I look forward to seeing all the beautiful text that you've created.